Hello, hello. What's up, new lifers? It's 𝐊𝐍𝐎𝐖 coming to you live, and we are in color. I'm coming to you really quick, only because I have a meeting I have to jump into in probably the next 20 minutes, but I want to see if I could do this, probably at least do one in this 20-minute time frame here. But nevertheless, come in, look to see what arrived today. I'm super excited. I'm super pumped because as you guys know, I had shared about upgrading our Bling bags with like prepackaged sets, and I was like, what's a great way that I can upgrade, of course, the Bling bag, but also start to pair some of like my one and done pieces together and create the set so that I can, you know, sell on the go. And this is like the most brilliant way. So I had showed you guys about the prepackaged sets using cardstock, as well as the cellophane paper that you can find at Amazon. Of course, you'll need your jewelry, but let me go ahead and share this to the team now before I jump in real quick. Let me just share this to the team page. I'm sorry, to the team chat. So for those of you who are joining me live, hey, and if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and hashtag replay. So I believe I have all of the tools. I was at Walmart yesterday, so I got some ribbon. I usually tie my boxes with ribbon, just for an added pretty effect. This is a 7/8 in inches, 9 feet total. So that's like an almost an inch. But anyway, this is like my brand colors. And then I got that from Walmart. So if you want, you can use ribbon. If not, it's okay. The only thing that I will be missing is the labels. Now I would have to create a label to place on the back of the packaging so that I don't use my business card. I can save my business cards, but that's something relatively easy. So if you want to use labels, you can. If you just want to seal it and put your business card inside, you can do that too. Okay, so you need the cellophane paper. This is in the paparazzi supply list that I have pinned to the featured. So there's a list of supplies. So if you ever are curious to know either what I use or have used or am using, or if you just want like some ideas or some suggestions on what you should get, whether it's vending or whether it's, you know, for these Bling bags, then you can definitely check out that supply list that I have pinned to the featured part of the team page. So this is the cellophane bags. This size is the 6x9, I want to say. 6x9, and I want to say, I think 100 comes in here. 200 comes in here. I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday and I bought these gold cardstocks. They come 25 in a pack, but these were on sale. These were 40% off, so I got the 2 of them. Was only like $7, which you can't beat. And because of the size that I'll be using, I can easily cut these in half. So now the 50 just doubled into 100. Now, although I don't plan on creating 100 individual sets, this is a great idea should I want to create 100 sets and do a basket party, right? So that way people could just flip through, and we'll get to that in a second. So again, this is what it looks like. The gold foil cardstock, and this is the this is a 65 pounder. I wanted to get the heavier one. I really wanted to get like the 110 pound, because some of the pieces some of our jewelry is a little bit heavier and, you know, would kind of like fold the page, but I think this is sturdy enough. All right, so I got these from Hobby Lobby. I got the cellophane from Amazon, and of course I'm gonna need a ruler just so I can measure out cutting the paper. I got a ribbon. Again, this is all optional. You don't need to use a ribbon if you don't want to. And then of course your scissors. So let's go ahead and get started. Come rock with me. I haven't done this in like since I started the business, really in 2019. I haven't done this. So I'm just going to use my shears to open this cardstock up, only because I got to measure and cut. Oh, also hole puncher. Now this is a 3-hole punch, right? You can easily get a single hole puncher, but I'm like, I'm gonna use what I have. I don't have to, if I have to spend extra money, I'm not gonna spend extra money. All right, so I'll just use what I have. I'll just use my 3-hole puncher and just easily slide the paper underneath, so that everything is even and, you know, it's all good, right? All right, so that's the other tool that you'll need, is a hole puncher. All right, so there we go. All right, so, oh, is this double-sided? This is double-sided. It's phenomenal. It's not double-sided. It looks like it, but it's not. So here's the front. This is the back. All right, which is still not bad. All right, this is the front, and this is the back. And again, I got this from 𝐊𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. All right, so I'm just gonna use my ruler. You don't have to be perfect. Literally, you could just eyeball it as well. But I like to be a little bit symmetrical. I'm a little OCD with that. I'm a little symmetrical. So this is 11, because it's 8.5 by 11. So if 11 is the magic number, I'm looking for a pen. If 11 is the magic number, then I want to do half of 11, which would be 5.5. So I'm just gonna go to the 5.5 mark, and that is this right here. All right, so what I just did is I just marked right there, that 5.5 mark. You can see it on the paper just a little bit. Just a little bit right there. That's the pen mark. All right, so I just marked it there. And I mean, I could use the ruler to just do this symmetrically. I think I am, because I'm a little OCD when it comes to that. Okay, so I'm just going to mark it with the pen. Marked it with the pen. You see that? It's a single line right there. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more paper behind it, so I'm not cutting each paper one at a time. We work smarter, not harder. Okay, let me get a couple of pieces of paper. And then once you have like one cut, you can kind of use that as a template for the others. So I've just grabbed an additional 3. Let me grab 5. Grab one more. I have a total of 5. So that's 3, 4. All right, here's the 5th one. And because this particular cardstock is 65 pounds, you want to make sure you got some sharp shears. All right, so I'm just going to cut down the middle, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because it's all right. It's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm just going to keep the paper sturdy and simply cut down the middle like so. And now I easily have 10. All right, perfect. Now, I watched a couple of videos on this. So one video, the girl says to make like 2 snippets and then to even cut it a little bit so that you have a little bit of a, let me see, like a little bit of a gap, because our jewelry is also, you see that? Just cut a little bit off, because our jewelry sometimes it's a lot bulkier and it's not going to fit through the main slit. All right, so I'm gonna do the same to the other side, and I'm only going about maybe an inch, a little less than an inch down, and then I'm gonna snip the other side, and we're gonna see how this turns out. All right, let me not be too technical, but there we go. And then also, she said to cut on this side. I'm not going to go that deep, so let's do there and cut it one more time. There, just pull that out. And again, I'm not doing this by any like stretch of the imagination. I'm just eyeballing it, to be honest with you. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, because your jewelry is going to sell itself. So doesn't matter about perfection of it. All right, so here we have it. Now let's try our pieces. So I have this necklace. Which necklace do I want? I have this necklace. Okay, I'm just gonna straighten it out, and I'm gonna make sure that it's on like its lowest length. And let's see, we can put this like so. Is it, let's see, I think we go to the sides first, right? Go to the sides first. Uh-oh, y'all see this coming together? Do y'all see this coming together? then we can put that there, and maybe just like that. Yeah, we can do that. I can do that. I'm just gonna play with the adjustment a little, and then I can also hide this behind there, and then we can put our hole punch. Just gonna make this a little bit more symmetrical. Put a hole punch right there, and if I wanted to add a bracelet, I would tuck this underneath. This is exactly what I'm gonna do. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so I gotta use the hole punch. So now that I have this set up right here and it looks good to me, what I'll do is I'll just literally take my pen and just mark it, so that way I know exactly where I am going to punch the hole. And since this is going to be like my guideline for everywhere, I'm just going to take a few more of these, the templates or inserts, and I'm just going to hole punch them all in that same area. Okay, so let me just use my hole puncher to do it like so. Let's see. So I was close, but it's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. I was close. All right, so now let's get that same necklace. I'm gonna put it on the sides first. Put it on the sides first. Make sure it's beautifully displaying. And since I have a necklace, a bracelet, I might make it a little bit longer. Make it a little bit longer down here so it's a lot longer. Let's see. Move this up just a little bit more. I think that's perfect right there. And then put this around. And then line the hole punch up. Line the hole punch up. And then I'm also going to grab the bracelet and tuck it underneath. Okay. And I'm going to grab the cellophane. Now you could probably tape this. You could if you want to. Let me just fix this bracelet. Fix the bracelet. So for the bracelet, I put it on its longest only because I want them to see that it's, I don't want that extra hang, number one, and also two, I want them to see their actual length on it so they don't have to try to take it out and, try it on. Like, I'm pre-packaging. This is not a try on. Right? So I'm gonna grab one of these cellophane bags. Now I've punched a hole in it so I can pull my ribbon through. Now you can use either, the fabric ribbon, or even if you want to use like balloon ribbon. I've used that before, balloon ribbon. As long as it's pretty, it's dainty, and it's on brand, you can do whatever you like, to be honest with you. But, I pride myself on putting my best foot forward. So I'm probably going to use this pretty ribbon that I just bought. I probably should have bought a skinnier version. So let's go ahead and just open up that ribbon real quick. And I'm trying to see if I can do at least one before I jump off. All right, and I don't think I'm gonna need all of this. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm going to trim it. I don't know how long. This is maybe like 2.5 inches. So I'm just gonna cut 2.5 inches. Cut 2.5 inches, and even from there, I'm gonna separate this into 2. And again, you don't have to do this because the ribbon that I bought is thick. I'm separating it. But if you buy a ribbon that is a lot thinner, smaller in its width, then you don't have to do this part. Okay, so let me just do that. And then I'm going to punch a hole in the center here. Just just gonna eyeball it. There's really no measurements. I'm just gonna eyeball it. All right, so here's the eyeball, and it wasn't bad, actually. All right, now I'm going to, with the plastic facing, thanks to plastic facing you. Yeah, with the flap. So here's the opening, right? So this flap is going to fold over like this, right? So I want the top to be front facing, and I want this in the back. So the flap, this inside flap, has to be facing outward. So let me go ahead and put this in. And again, you can use tape to hold all of this together. I'm not going to use tape and ribbon, so I'm just going to let that be known. But you could if you want to. All right, so I'm just gonna slide this in here. It's no special method. I kind of gotta do this on my lap because gravity, the way gravity set up. All right, so now I have it. I was able to catch it. Okay, so there it is. It's coming along, y'all. It's coming along. And now with that ribbon, you can just loop it through. Before I seal it, I'm just gonna loop it through. That way I could just still maneuver and adjust it. See? I just looped it through. And now I'm just going to give it a pretty little bow tie. And this is why I didn't need like extra. I didn't want to cut it so lengthy because I didn't want it to have a lot of extra length that I got to cut off. Like, I hate wasting, so I just do it like so. See? Like so. So now it's all together. And now I'm just going to seal it. But before I seal it, I'll drop a card in there since I don't have my, let me get a business card. Still got last night's live on the floor. Ooh, I didn't show nothing. All right, so business card. I'm just gonna put it here, facing outward. Now again, you don't have to do a business card. I'm eventually gonna do a label. Hey Natia Boo, thank you for tuning in. And literally, I just took off that back of the plastic. Okay. Sealed it, so now I have my business card there, and here is the necklace and bracelet with the little ribbon. All right, so now once I have a few of these, I'm going to put them in a basket, and let's just pretend this is the basket, right? So put it in the basket, and then you have a line of them, so that way your customers can flip through them and easily see if it's a set, if it's an individual necklace, etc., so forth. So this is what I'm going to use specifically for my one and done. So this is not the hostess rewards, but this is the pieces that I invested in. I'm going to use that to try to get, like, I don't want to say try to get rid of, but literally to get rid of. And I'm going to do my best to put it in sets, especially with my one and dones, because I have a lot of one and dones that are taking up space on my boards, and I need to alleviate my board so I can have the multiple quantities on my board. So this is what an ingenious way to, again, upgrade your bling bag as well as upgrade your basket party. So now I'll have a basket. All I got to do is put it in the tote bag, right? Put it in the tote bag. I love this bag. I got this from 𝐊𝐍𝐻𝐖. It says everything but my emotional baggage. Okay, so I'll put it in the bag, put this in the bag, and now all I gotta do is set it up at work. It'll be right on my desk. People can flip through it. Now, if your job, you're able to do that at your job, perfect. If not, then it's quite all right. Go to the lunchroom, go to the break room. Hey guys, I got my basket, right? You can even have basket parties at your home, or if you're going to a cookout or a barbecue, just bring your basket. That's it, right? So let me know if you guys enjoyed this mini tutorial. Just come, you know, not get ready with me, but come come build with me, right? Come build with me, and I'll be more than happy to continue in doing more videos like this. All right, so you guys have an amazing evening, and I'll see you guys soon. Later.